Live.
Okay.
Okay. Shalom, Israel. We're the ISUBK, starting off 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. We started off in 1969, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Officer Gazak Shapar here teaching the Lashawan Qadash class. We're teaching the Syrian Hebrew and the ancient Hebrew. Hebrew is read from right to left. And you don't really have vowels in it, but we use an ah and an I to go along with the rest of our enunciations there, so we can have a language that sounds like this. Ah, ba, gada, hawazakata, yakalamanasa, aikataza, farashata. But that's what we're teaching here. The Hebrew language is the oldest language since our forefathers. It's the oldest language in the world. The Most High gave us that to distinguish us. Of course, the Most High had to separate the language because we saw other people trying to influence Israel. So, the Tower of Babel, if you want to look at it that way. But the main thing is that's why you have so many different languages nowadays. But the Hebrew language, Ibarium, right? Hebrew, Ibariyah, the Hebrew, Ibariyam, of the Hebrews. We speak that. That's what we speak here in ISUBK. Of course, we speak our mother language, Hebrew. And then, of course, we also under the auspices and guide of speaking this American nasty language called English, right?
Right.
And we got no choice. So, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakathum, to all my brothers. Yahweh Shema, Alathabah Hashem, Yahweh Shai, to my sisters. Officer Gazak Shapar, we're checking in. We have Officer Nayar here. And we have Officer Kazamar. What we have in the chat for our Lashawan Qadash class today?
We got Young Man Meach.
Young Man Meach from California, right?
Okay. Then I just checked in.
Who else?
I did.
Okay, good. Yeah, fine. Yeah. And we're going to get into class, of course. Our class is titled Correcting the Error. Israel, what errors have we had? We've had the errors of always straying away from the Most High. The Most High made us a chosen royal generation. Well, give me, since we're on it, Deuteronomy 7:6, where the Most High made us a royal priesthood, a chosen generation. He chose Israel, blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. That's what you need to understand. He didn't choose no other nation. So you know that the Hebrew is pointed toward us, not these Yiddish people over there, bastards over there, and whatever, what do they call them? Yiddish.
Ashkenazi Jews.
Ashkenazi Jews. There you go. So the real Hebrews is us. And so read Deuteronomy 7:6. It talks about that. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
Right.
For thou art a holy people.
The Bible calls us a holy people. The Most High calls the black, Hispanic, and holy people. And Native Indians are holy people. Go ahead.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto the Lord. See, the Bible is very explicit about what it's saying, man. It's trying to let you know that no other nation can come and claim this Hebrew but us. But you see other nations trying. You see like the Germans, Ashkenazi, that's just Ashkenaz is just one portion of the land of the German, of the Esau people, Edomites, right? Trying to claim a land that don't belong to us. But who does it belong to? Read that again.
For thou art an holy people.
The Bible calls the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians a holy people. Go ahead.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto the Lord. Go ahead.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee.
He what?
The Lord thy God have chosen thee.
He took the time to choose us. Because everybody was speaking Hebrew from the beginning, right? From the original, of course. But he took and chose Israel because we didn't choose him, he chose us, right?
Right.
And other people just want to join, I just want to join this. No, you can't join. You can look at the mess that they made in the attempt to try to learn our language over there, speaking Yiddish, spitting out of every tongue, saying, got even some of our fake camps saying Shalom.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Go ahead, finish. Any more on that? Go ahead, read.
Okay. The Lord thy God have chosen thee
Right.
to be a special people unto himself,
Special people unto himself. Go ahead.
above all people that are upon the face of the earth,
Above some people.
above all the people.
The Bible says above all. When the Bible says that, a lot of people, see, we don't want to believe that we above all the people, above the face of the earth. Because we realize that when we walk out there, we look around, man, we see, man, we don't have any homes and fine homes and fancy cars. Yeah, you see a few rappers, a few Oprah Winfrey's, which almost got burned up there in what was that, Hawaii?
Yeah.
Maui. Yeah, they got all, even your money ain't gonna be able to save you if you don't get your life right, Hebrew. If you don't get your life right and learn this Lashawan Qadash and get in this Hebrew class, man, and get in these classes out here from Monday through Saturday, even including Sabbath service that we'll have tomorrow. Get your tail in hand and learn under the ISBK and the Commanding General Yohana, right?
That's right.
That's what you need to understand. These fake shalom camps out here, we try to teach them and correct them, man. The real Hebrew is Ibaria.
Right.
Go ahead, read it. Finish reading.
Verse 7.
Right.
The Lord did not set his love upon you,
Right.
nor choose you, because you are more in number than any people.
Because we wasn't more on the Lord, he didn't choose us because we were more in number. I'm just trying to set the tone and show you in class here. This one, blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indian. But time to time, you'll have a stray cat, or you can even say stray dog.
Right.
Like Christ called that woman a dog in the well. Hey, look here, well, I can give you crumbs, even, if you need a blessing sometime. Because the Lord even gave Ishmael, here's a crumb. Go over there and be some princess somewhere. Give them some,
Right.
But you ain't really the people of the Bible, man. You ain't the people the Lord's talking about. Finish reading. There you are.
The Lord did not set his love upon you,
Right.
nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people.
Right.
For ye were the fewest of all people.
Fewest of all people, right? Okay. Is that it on that? Yeah, the Lord said we were the few. So that you know, when Daniel in the lion's den, man, Paul on a jail somewhere, and you had John on the Isle of Patmos. Those were black men.
Right.
Okay, different tribes. Paul was from Benjamite, right? And you had different tribes, but those tribes all came from the 12 tribes.
Right.
One of those 12 tribes. Not one of them was Ashkenazi.
Right.
So what are they talking about? What Ibaria are they speaking? That's Yiddish. That Hebrew that they're speaking is Yiddish. But even Pharaoh, Exodus 3 and 5, I think, 5 and 3. Even Exodus, in Exodus it talks about even Pharaoh knew who we were. He said, damn Hebrews over there. He knew. He understood that, man, them the Hebrews over there don't want to pay no attention. We're going to get into that in Sabbath service tomorrow class. This class right here sets the tone for what we're going to read. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander General Yohana.
That's right.
And we teach blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Even Pharaoh knew. He knew that, man, I'm fighting against the Hebrews, but I don't know what they are. I don't know. Well, let me figure out what God they got, because they believe in some sort of God that would some dog, some cat,
Right.
whatever kind of dog. What are animals they had up there? Them Africans, man, they're not our people. What you got? The Pharaoh knew. He called them what? What did Pharaoh call? What did the king of Egypt, which is just like Barack Obama?
Right.
I think he was. What was he? Was he Ethiopian?
He was
He was one of them. Nigerian.
Yeah.
One of them. Sudan. Some of them damn people. But we'll find it in a second here. Well, he was African.
Right.
But he wasn't our people. Y'all think y'all voted for somebody and got somebody that, oh man, he's our people. Barack Obama is just another African. We the real niggas. So even Pharaoh back then in those days, he knew. Read.
Exodus 5 and 3.
Right.
And they said,
The God of the Hebrews.
The God of the what?
The Hebrews.
The Hebrews. Read.
Have met with us.
Abarium. God of the Hebrews, man, with one with authority. The Most High is a man of war with authority. He understands that these are the real Hebrews. See, the Most High put it in proper perspective in the Bible so there will be no, in other words, don't come up here on a platform putting yourself, oh, I'm Hebrew. Even Africans, we see Africans, they set themselves, if they set themselves high on a pedestal, a lot of them go they come to our camps, they get on their knees and they say, man, we don't want to put y'all in slavery like that's going to help you. Well, I mean, it might, I don't know. It might, the Most High might have some mercy on your head. He might, but it ain't for me to call. That's up to the Most High. Finish reading. What you got?
The God of the Hebrews have met with us.
Mm-hmm.
Let us go. We pray thee.
The Bible says he told, this was Moses talking.
Right.
The God of the Hebrews, Moses talking about, he was, and was his mouthpiece. And what did he say? Read that again. The God of the who? Let you know the who?
The God of the Hebrews.
The God of the Abariah. The Abariam, God of the Hebrews. Go ahead.
Have met with us.
Have met with us. Most High ain't blind. He ain't joking around, man. Go ahead.
Let us go.
Let us go. Let my people go. In other words, they were speaking a language that Pharaoh understood that to be Hebrew. Because he had his sorcerers and his language interpreters there. Right. He had to, because Pharaoh was speaking some Akhenaten talk. Akhenaten.
Right.
We were speaking Hebrew, Abagada, Abagada Hawazaka, Tayakala Manasa.
Right.
We were speaking Hebrew. Finish reading.
We pray thee.
Right.
3 days journey into the desert.
We were supposed to go 3 days and journey in the desert. That's enough on that. I'm just letting you know. We were supposed to get out in the wilderness and go and teaching our people about, how we observe our feast days, man. And Passover is a big one for us anyway.
Right.
But they just wanted to get out. They just let you know that the Most High is special. You read it in Deuteronomy 7 and 6, right? And we read it in Exodus 5 and 3. Right. So in Hebrew, when you read language, what is Hebrew? Anybody in the chat? We're going to ask people in the chat. Which way do you read Hebrew? Right to left or left to right? Anybody in the chat there? We got Meacham. Yeah, which way? Read it. And we wait. This is a Friday night that we're teaching people. And we got people over here that, just got off work, man. They got mayam, and then they got a little water. They got mayam water. That's the yayan. And some people like to say strong is kazakh, but that's not it. The word is really shakar. Okay? We'll put it on the board. If you want to say strong, you say Shakar. Shaka, not kazakh. Goddamn kazakh. Kazakh is my name. That's strength for a man. Like a muscle, strong, like that. Knock you out. That's strength. But if you want some strong wine, a strong drink, it's shakar. Big difference. Understand the word. Now, you can go around through ignorance and say whatever you want, but the word is shakar.
Right.
Okay? So that's what we're here. We're here to correct the error so people can understand the language. That's what it's best. If you want to learn something, best learn it or ask, just say, hey, man, how do you say this? How do you say that? And research it. After a while, then you will perfect things.
Right.
Okay? And then we can start speaking together. And that's how you learn. That's how you speak together. But anyway, the word for strong. But anyway, we got people at home drinking shakar. Right? We got people drinking shakar yayan. Right? And mayam. That's 3 things we've said. See, we said all that in Hebrew.
Right.
See, this is what it is. This is the Most High has given us a language so we can understand and talk to each other, right? Let's see. That's all on that?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're here. Let's see. What's title of our language? We're talking about correcting error. What error did we make here in America? I'm sorry. What error did the Hebrews make, man? When they was with the Father, Jesus. When they was out in the wilderness and before time, what error did we actually make?
See, out in the wilderness.
At any time, what error did we make? Better speak up at once now. Come on, y'all. Y'all got it. Didn't we start? Listen, you gotta understand something. Did we get out there and you don't think we smoke weed out there? Go ahead.
We did what the other nations did.
That's right. We did what other nations did. That's one big thing that we did. We did that because we couldn't see the benefits. The Most High chose you. Just think for a second here. Right. If you bought your son a nice bicycle, gave him $10 in the pocket, and he's got nice clothes on, you know, and everything, but all of a sudden he want to be like this pitiful ass heathen over here. He walking over here, and the heathen got barely got some flip-flops on. Right. In other words, the Lord has given us what we needed. He given us our beautiful women, did he not? Right. He given us clean board of health. He given us clean water. And he gave it all us in Israel, of course, you know. Most I pulled us out and came through the desert. We wound up. But yeah, that didn't satisfy us. Right. So we started rebelling. We looked over the walls, and the Most High said that in the Bible. We looked over there and saw them over there doing what they're doing. They sit over there roasting pork. Right? Right. And so the Most High said what? Lord, look at these damn foods over here. So the Most High really doesn't want us to be around them. That's the whole point. Give me that Zephaniah 2:1, where it tells us to separate from them. And that's what we're going to go on the board here in a second here. I know people wondering around, man, who else that checked in there now, y'all?
Nobody in the
moment. Okay. People sit up there and say, Zachapar, what you got on the board up there? We're going to introduce you that in a second here. We're going to show you how you can what else did I title? To correct this error, because there's some errors up here in these words. And we're going to figure that out, and we're going to show people, because we have to correct the error, right? Right. Why do we got to correct the error? Because we made them. Right. We're the ones that made that error. The Most High wants us. Christ gave us every tool we needed to get to prepare him to come by and run another kingdom that's fit for his chosen people to inhabit, right, instead of being with this 23-cent Esau, right? Right? What you got? Zephaniah 2:1, right? Yeah. Wait a see. Is that the one? No. Wait a minute. Yes. Yeah. Give me Lamentations 4:17. We'll watch for a nation that could not save us. Hold on to that. Because you sitting up here trying to be accustomed to being with a nation that can't help you. That this is what it is. You learn everything from them, and they'll steer you wrong every time. Of course, we have to learn our A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We can go further than that because we are the chosen people. We are the forerunner. So we know more than anybody in this nation. But it seems like we don't love ourselves enough to even want to stay away from the oppressor. Well, how are you going to sit up here? You sit up here believing in America, believing in their language, okay? We invented some things, trigonometry and algebra. Right. You know how I know? Because no one taught me that. I taught myself. So if I can do it, so anybody can do it. I ain't the smartest knife that came out the drawer. But I was determined because I wanted to be all I could do all I can do. And I don't want to flunk out. What you got?
Lamentations 4:17.
Yeah, you are watching for a nation that can't save you, man. The nation don't care about you, man. Go ahead, read.
As for us, our eyes had yet failed for our vain help.
I fell for our vain help. Our eyes, what we see, have our vain help, man. It's in vanity, man. And we done what with that watching? What are we watching for? You always want to be. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Read. Go ahead.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
You watch for a nation that can't even save you, man. You're sitting up here watching. What are you watching, man? You're watching them say, man, I want this long hair. What? And you see women doing this all the time. That blonde hair. Instead of getting up here in Hebrew class and learning, I ain't got nothing wrong with wanting to be a hairdresser. That ain't what I'm talking about. I ain't got nothing wrong with wanting to clean your body, clean yourself. Instead of watching in the ISUPK and watch these women up in here, how they take care of their families, man.
Right.
How they take care of their children, right? How watch the men, how they lead and guide that woman, right?
Right.
How they understand that, you going to your other wife tonight? That's fine. I'll have the dinner ready, the breakfast ready when you get home. That man want to hurry up and get his ass back home. Am I right?
Right.
This is what we need to be waiting for. And I know I'm getting off the subject. I know I got good people mad at me already up there. Mm-hmm. But we watch for a nation that can't save you. Why? Because America thinks this is a what? Monogamous type government that gotta have one wife, right? You know, we believe in polygamy, much polygamy. And and of course, we got to correct the error. The only way to do that is to understand the error. Right. Go ahead, read. We watch for a nation to do what now?
We watched for a nation that could not save us.
What nation is that now?
The nation of Edom.
The mighty America, the nation of Edom. We watch for this nation. Of course, there are other nations too. What? So we watch for the nations that can't save us.
Right.
And all these nations, you sitting up here trying to follow Esau because you think, I think it was General Mahima. We sitting up here, we love them, right? We love these other nations. Why do we love these other nations, man? Is that you think? Go ahead, Nair. Go ahead.
It's like me.
Go ahead.
Cause we just love everything. Just cool to us. That's putting a blunt to your mouth and sharing it with others look cool. You popping a perk. You having sex with another man's wife. You understand all these things that are abomination unto the Lord. All these things are cool to you,
right?
Like it's lame. It's lame to be different.
It's lame.
Understand?
It's lame to be different because they don't realize that instead of going out there fooling with somebody else's wife like Esau wants you to do, oh no, because I got to go downtown and get a piece of paper saying I'm only supposed to be married to this one. And instead of going downtown and doing that, why don't you sit up here and read the Bible where it teaches you that you can have as many wives as a man needs, right? And that keeps Israel together. See, we got to correct the error. These are errors, man, right? That's what's going on. And before I introduce you to the board here, we're just trying to set the stage and try to let people know that there are errors out here. Those errors is what we try to follow. Is there any more on that? Watch for a nation what?
Watch for a nation that could not save us.
That it on there?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's all I need on there. Watch for a nation that, and of course, there's more on that. Watch for a nation that can't even say, this nation can't correct no error for you. Right. This nation can't teach you nothing but how to get out of the way. Matter of fact, I think was it in Florida where they were teaching that we learned a lot in slavery, right? The errors. So we have words up here right now that we're going to show you. So what do we need to do? How do we get to the point where how do we correct that as a people? Zephaniah 2:1. Now it's time to read that. How do we get there? I'm going to show you. The Lord tells us how to correct the error and get back to where you need to be. Of course, there's a lot of text in the Bible. I just like this text right here. Right. Go ahead. Talk to me.
Zephaniah 2:1.
Go ahead.
Gather yourselves together.
The Bible says Badalka, man. That means to be a Qadash person. Badal means to gather. No. Badal means separate, I'm sorry. Gather yourself together. Go ahead. Go back.
Gather yourselves together.
Right.
Yeah, gather together.
Gather is Quashash. Sorry. Quashashim. Quashash. That's gather. Quashashim is gather. Everybody's gathering, right? Gather yourself together. I'm sorry, read.
Gather yourselves together.
Right.
Yeah, gather together Oh, nation, not desire.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, nation, not desire.
Say that word again.
Oh, nation.
Old nation, not ALL, right?
Right.
So read that one again.
Gather yourselves together. Yeah, gather together. Oh, nation, not desire.
Old nation. Yeah. You seem like you want to say all nations. But we're saying old nation, right? Spell that.
Oh.
I know it sounds redundant or facetious, right? But it's old nation because it's not ALL, is it? That's why I asked you. But it's what it sounds like. I'm just telling you what it sounds like to me. But gather yourself together. Read it again.
Gather together. Yeah, gather together. Oh, nation, not desire.
There you go. Old nation, not desire. How you know we ain't desire? How y'all know we ain't desire? Go ahead.
Well, no, I can't say that. I was about to say because they
how do you know that this is how you recognize the people that's not desired? How do you know that we're not desired? Well, you find that back in Lamentations, what we just read. How you know that we're the nation that's not desired? How you know it ain't talking about somebody else, some African, some Yiddish, some Ammonite, Japanese, Moab. How do you know that the Lord is telling Zephaniah 2:1 is talking about the nation of Israel? How do you know that? Go ahead.
we were the only people who were put in bondage more than one time. We the only people who getting shot and killed in the street by the police. We're the only people who living in the bios and the ghettos and struggle and can't eat. You understand?
Right. That's
poverty.
Right. Exactly. As a matter of fact, you'll Deuteronomy 28:1. You'll look that up, and we'll go down there in 28:15. We're the only people. What he said. We're the only people that go through the things that we've gone through. Get our hands chopped off for reading and slavery. Even back in the Queen of England used to do that for chopping people's hands off and not getting enough rubies, diamonds, and pearls. Who you think? That's a blacks, Hispanic, and then Native Indians got a lot of that, right? The Trail of Tears, man. Who you think would it give them smallpox blanket? Right. Who do you think those people are? Everything that you see that's written in history is about us. So that a nation not desired is Israel, blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Those are the ones. We're the people. We're the people, right? We're the people. We're the ones. So they ain't talking about how you figure we gain something by being a slave. Who the hell want their fingers and hands chopped off so I can read an O or J? Listen, we can always read. What makes people think that we couldn't read? If we're the form of all things, you think we went around saying ugga and talking like some lion or bear? We can always read, man. We just didn't know the English language. For a nation, give me Deuteronomy 28 now. We're going to talk about language and stuff, where it came from. So people can understand when you're reading here, what is that, Deuteronomy, for people will be given to a people, read that, 28:15, I think, 16, I think, and what is it, 19? Get to the point where it says a nation, that we would not speak their language. The nation, their language we don't understand. There you go. We damn sure don't understand half the things these people say because they speak with four tongues. Indians didn't understand them. Go ahead. What you got?
Deuteronomy 28:48.
Read that.
Let me see. Deuteronomy 28, verse 48.
Right.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
We're going to serve these enemies up here in America. Okay, we don't, and go ahead. What else?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
He's going to send somebody because of our disobedience, because we didn't correct the error before we left off the slave ship. And before we correct the error when we was in Israel. Right. What does it say?
Oh, it's like
go ahead.
In hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness.
Right. This is our enemy doing all this to us. Go ahead.
And in want of all things.
And want of anything you wanted. Go ahead.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Yoke of iron, that means that he had us, man. We had to go wherever he wanted us to go. Okay? Well, see, we got to correct the error. We can't be like this anymore, man. Go ahead, read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
So he destroyed it, and we can't be no more destroyed. You got to be destroyed. Is it anywhere in there where it talks about his language? You can't be no more destroyed and waking up one morning and figuring out that I don't even know how to speak. After you've been here for 400 years, you recognize that I don't even know my language anymore. Right. And that's what we're here to teach you in Lashawan Qadash class, to get back to the original language. Why? Why? Somebody asked me, why didn't you learn our language? So you can read the damn Bible. So you can understand the Lashawan Qadash, man. When we get up on that platform tomorrow, we read Hebrew up in here. Everybody up there is required to read it. There ain't no sense you thinking about it. You're gonna learn under Captain Ash, and he's the head of all the Hebrew classes. He teaches us. We got to be with this damn Hebrew, man. You got to understand it. Pardon my language. I'm sorry. Go ahead, read, Nayar.
Let me see.
Is it 49? Yeah. Read.
Let me see. Oh man,
is that it?
20 49.
Read it.
Deuteronomy 28 and 49.
Right.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
That's the one.
From the end of the earth.
You couldn't be no more far, all the way from Israel to all over here in the South Carolina.
Right.
You can't be no as far as, read that again.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
From far. That's a prophecy. It's here. Go ahead.
From the end of the earth.
Right. From the end of the earth. Go ahead.
As swift as the eagle fly.
Swift as the eagle fly. That's giving you an understanding that it's talking about America.
Right.
As swift the eagles flies on a straight line, pretty much. Right. He'll go around. He's going straight to what the hell he want to eat down here, right? And that's what these people, these barbarians over here, are doing to us. Symbolized as the eagle. Go ahead, read.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
The tongue, you ain't gonna, what tongue? You cannot understand the English language. Right. To this day, I don't speak perfect English. Right. Halfway decent math, some decent sciences, but their language, right, where they say stuff out of different tongue. In other words, if you break peace treaty with the Indians, you think they understand the language? They probably looked at them and say, "Are you saying that you're going to keep this treaty for us? Now we can have all our land?" Right. Yeah. They lied. That language, we don't understand lies like that and not be judged over in Israel. Right. But what they do, they just do whatever they want. Read what the white man does for Esau. I'm sorry.
Verse 50.
Right.
A nation of fierce countenance.
Fierce countenance. But the nation, go back to the language that we can understand. Read that again. We're talking about Hebrew class. Go ahead.
A nation's tongue, who's like a nation's tongue, thou shalt not understand.
We cannot understand this tongue. And what is a tongue? A tongue is simply another language. That's all it is. It's French, American, right?
Right.
The tongue, this American language, we don't understand it.
Right.
They don't even understand it because they speak with a forked tongue. Right. Even we're speaking English now, but we don't understand that, man. Especially when you come in and say, "All right, you get ready to work. You're fired today." Why? I ain't do nothing. You got a right to work state. You can do whatever you want to do. I mean, they can do whatever they want to do against us. Right. We don't understand that. Right. Matter of fact, go ahead, Nayar.
And one word can mean 1,000 things.
1,000 things. Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's my whole point. One word, a read, R-A-E-D, a read, to read the book, right? Come on. I read the book. Okay, R-E-A-D, and the color, R-E-D.
I think they got there, Then they got one spelled THEY apostrophe RE.
They're trying to say they are. But yeah, they have a lot of fallacies in this language here. You ain't no expert up in here in this English language, man. You know, a language that you just can't understand, man. You know, I say get rid of it. But here it is. Hell, they don't even understand it. They don't. Because the English teachers, because you ask them, they don't understand. They just trying to, you got words here because they know they're not the people of the Most High. They put words in there, smooth as butter. Their words are smooth as butter. Give me that one. Give me. Are we finished with that? Yeah, yeah. Give me words as smooth as butter, Osmo. Their words are smooth as butter. See, they know how to sit up here and talk with a forked tongue. They know they use their word. See, Hebrew doesn't have a word like that. Do we got words that I think I might do this?
No.
I think I might. What did the Bible find me? Yeah or nay? Let your conversation be yeah or nay. I know you can find that in there. I got confidence in you. All right, you got that, Cosimo? What I tell you, that words are smooth as butter, man. Yeah, they say one thing and mean another. We gotta correct. We gotta get away from these people. And there's a way to get away from it. And we're talking about in Israel. We gotta find out how to get away from people like this, man. We gotta correct the errors that we made as a people in Israel. Okay, and the answer is to get an ISUBK. Go ahead.
Psalms 55 and 21.
55, 21. Go ahead.
The words of his mouth.
The word. Go give me one above that.
Psalms 55 and 20.
Yeah.
He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
Yeah. In other words, yeah. Esau.
Right.
Esau did what?
And put forth his hands
right.
against such as be at peace with him.
Right. When the Indians were at peace, right? Mind their own business, right? Eating many buffaloes and fish by the stream. But see, we don't understand their words. Because, oh yeah, man, you know, we're gonna make a treaty right here. Louisiana Purchase, whatever. Go ahead, read.
He hath broken his covenant.
They have broken his covenant. Why? Because a covenant is nothing but a promise. And I'm pretty sure they wrote those words down smooth as butter. Yeah, every dot, every T, and got all our people in the Gad to believe them and to read. To read something that was a lie. Go ahead.
Verse 21.
Right.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Yeah. What did he say? The words of his mouth were what?
Were smoother than butter.
Smooth, man. You know how butter is. Smooth, man. Liquidy and smooth. And then you get it all ironed out, put it on, spread it. I mean, it's smooth, man. It's so smooth it don't ruffle the crumbs on that bread.
Right.
That's what Esau is. Everything he said, oh yeah, man, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it, chief. Don't worry about it. He's going to give you all the land east of the Dakotas. All of the land west of the Dakotas will be this one. All of the south of Florida, Louisiana Purchase is going to be something. Monroe Doctrine. I mean, you know, hey, listen. Come on, man. What have they given them? A piece of land out west that ain't fit for nothing. I've been out there. Flowers won't even grow in that clay they got out there, bro. Trying to grow corn out there. They have to bring fertilizer in to make it work. And then their wells. To get water out of them wells, what do they got in there? Sulfur. I know. I was wondering why the land was so cheap. Lord have mercy. Go ahead.
Those are reservations, right?
And reservations. Right. I'm wondering why is this land so cheap, man? The land was cheap because it wasn't hardly worth nothing, man. Of course, the Indians had their reservation land. You couldn't even go on it. And even the government, they protect them like as if they've done something.
Right.
Finish reading that.
The words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
But war's in his heart. That's good enough on that. War's in his heart. That lets you know that the language that they use is smoother than butter. Right. He ain't worried about that. War is in his mind because he don't even care about the words that he used. That's why Hebrew don't have such words that's so antagonist as to lie like that, man.
Right.
You know, to purposely to deceive. What did I give you over there? New York?
Got Matthew 5:37.
Yeah, what is that?
Matthew chapter 5, verse 37. But let your communication
What?
Let your
holy tongue, your language, your Lashawan, go ahead.
Be yea, yea, nay, or nay.
How do you say how do you say yea in Hebrew? What word is yea?
I have no idea.
It's yes.
Oh, yeah.
How do you say yes?
Khan.
Khan. How do you say no?
La'ah.
La'ah. That's all it is. Okay? Simple as that. No more. I mean, you don't got to get no more sophisticated. Let your word be Khan or La'ah.
Right.
That's what he's really saying. Yea is an old English word, right?
Right.
And what was it? Nay
Nay.
just simply means no. Just an old English word. And that's just old English for because King James was which you're going to visit the castle over there real soon here.
Yeah.
King James was a black man.
Right.
He understood how to translate different languages. Queen of Scott, man, he had different languages, man. He understood them and he put them to use. The Most High did that work. But what? Read that again, Yard. Let your conversation be what?
Let your communication be yea, yea, or nay, nay.
Yay, yay, or nay, nay. In other words, don't come up here and say, you know, I might come to camp tomorrow.
Right.
I might, you know, here are camp leaders waiting for you to, you know, fill out some. I might come to camp. I might. What else? I might give some money. You owe $5, but you give $1.23. I'm just saying something here. Don't get on me. Don't get on me. I'm just trying to say, in other words, if you can't do something, say that. Let your conversation be what? Read that again.
Yea or nay.
That's what the Bible said. And this is what Esau did. He spoke out of the Indians just call him, you speak out of forked tongue, man. You speak like that. We don't even know what you're talking about. You speak what is it? Yeah, forked tongue. Yeah. We speak you speak in such a way that can be deciphered as a guess. What's a guess? That's more like magic, isn't it? Hey, look, go ahead.
It's like, and the snake's tongue split like that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Look up the word guess. A snake tongue is split to the point, especially in a poison adder.
Right.
A venomous adder. His tongue is split to the point where you don't know what he's, he's just, geez, you gotta watch out for him, man. But that's how the Indians looked. And they ain't even Indians. Don't call them Indians. They were the tribe of Gad. Right?
Right.
And then talking about just foolishness, man, with their language and how they speak and how they talk. What do we got on that word there?
Guess. Definition of guess.
Right.
Estimate or suppose something without sufficient information.
Look at this shit. Estimate. I estimate that I'm gonna give you that land. We were talking about the Indians. I estimate that I'm gonna give you that land. I estimate this. I suppose to do this, but I'm not sure. How can you have any confidence in something like that? Right. How can you have any? I might give you 50 acres of a mule. That's what you just read, didn't you? Right. I guess they guess at something, man. See, that's what it. Let your conversation be what? Yay or no? Yes or no? That's what our. Anyway, let's get to the board. Who we have in the chat, man?
We got Trooper Rockzak checking in.
Trooper Rockzak, right. Okay. How about Shem Yahushua, Barak the thumbs, all of my brothers. Yahushua Malach, Shem Yahushua. To my sisters. Where are the sisters at, man? They usually you have classes where they invade the class, man. Right. Where they at tonight? Where they is? Let's get to the board. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Y'all get a piece of pencil and paper up here. Let's come on to the board here. We got words up here. I want y'all to, what's the title again?
Correct the error.
Correct this error. That's an error up here. Now, y'all, what words we got up here? We got some words up here. Oh, here, let's do the first one. This word right here says this. This word says this. Now, I want y'all to tell me which one of them words. Here, what we got? Left and right? Here. Left or right? I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. All right. What I got here is a word in ancient Hebrew. We're going to concentrate, in Assyrian Hebrew. We're going to concentrate on Syrian Hebrew. This is the language that we learned in class that the Assyrians had took us over in captivity. Okay, we've been in captivity in Babylon, Assyria, Persia, Rome, Greece, out of order. Anyway, Abagada hawazaka tayakala manasa aipataza kwa rashata. This sounds the same as what's up here because the sounds have changed, but they've made their symbols different. And these are the symbols that we're using here. So they match. Make sure you refer to your chart. Now, they can see the chart right there, right? So I'm scanning, right?
Okay.
Okay, so use your chart right here. We concentrate on this row right here, on this row. I'm not even using the ancient right now. I'm just using this. One of these words in the right and left on this number one. I'm using number one up here on the first row. Which one? Which row? Which left or right? All you got to do is put an L or R. Or you can put down, just put an L or R, it's close enough. Which one of these rows, from the first row here, left or right, which one depicts that word Abba? Take your time. Which one? Up here. So we got to correct the error. And that's what we're doing. That's what we just made a scenario and backdrop for the class, right? To correct the error, man. You can correct this error up in here. Correct the error here. That's an error up here in one of these. Either the left or the right column. Which one is correct? So you got to know your Hebrew, right?
Right.
Oh, correct? I ain't going to say it right. You got to know your Hebrew, correct? So which one? One of these is correct. And one of these says Abba up here. So tell me, which one? Simple lesson, right? Let me know when you get somebody there. And of course, we have our women in class, should be in class here shortly. As soon as they get finished making dinner or whatever. But that's what it is. I want y'all to tell me which one of these words up here signifies the word Abba correctly by the Assyrian chart there. Anybody? Somebody put something up there?
Not yet.
Okay, we'll give you guys a few more seconds here, a few more ticks of understanding. Of course, we're here to separate these answers here to figure out correct the error, to understand which answer is correct. And if you want to learn Hebrew, this is how you learn it, because you can correct the error, then that means you're learning, getting better and better at speaking Hebrew. One of these means Abba. One of these up to the top here on line one, across like that. One of these is in the right row or the left row, like that. One of these up top here. Of course, next row we're gonna get it to 2, then 3, 4, 5. But right now we're in line one here, left or right. One of those words means Abba. And of course, what's Abba means? There you are. Abba Nawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash Haya, Shamka, Yahweh Malafuka, Taba, Ratazaya, Haya, Barataza. So when we say Abba, what are we saying? Like we say, our Father, right?
Oh, yeah.
Abba Nawa, our Father. Now, what is our? That is the possessive adjective for the word that goes along with, you can put it with Abba, and it'll say our Father. Make it a possessive, right?
Right.
So we're saying one of these words here, that is actually a word from the Hebrew chart that signifies Abba. Which one? In other words, how do you spell Abba? That's what we're trying to say, right? How do you, anybody?
Wow, so not at the moment.
Okay, people there, they're still drinking the young. I guess I pulverized them with too much word there, I guess. What do you think?
Right. So
I ain't gonna tell. Which one? Okay, anybody? Well, let's guess. Go ahead.
like I said, it's the right side.
It's the right side? You said the right side?
Go.
All right, come up here and teach me that. Come up here and prove that to me. I don't mean to be grabbing. Show me why that is the right side. And tell me what, all right, well, so what's the left side say?
Alright, so first character is the ah. That's right here on the Hebrew chart.
That's right, and show them there, yeah,
So
yeah.
this right here is a ah.
Right,
And then this one right here is a ba.
right,
You can see that right here in the Syrian.
that's right.
And that's how you get ah ba.
Bob.
The reason why it's not this one because this one right here is right, of course, but this right here is that's a right.
Oh, no, you tell me. What's right about this and what's wrong about it?
Yeah, that's a rock. So,
What's right about it and what's
so
wrong?
that right there would say R.
R,
A
ra,
rock.
A ra.
Right.
right? Like a R, like you said, ara. That's what my grandma used to say when she say, what did you say? Ara. Did you say that? I mean, seriously, that's what my grandma used to say. I'll never forget that. Miss Katie, that's my grandma. She said, Ara, you want this switch or you going to do what I asked you to do? She would always say ara. But that ain't a word. So you're saying ara is not the correct one. How do you say abba again?
Ba is ah and ba.
Right, let's try abba. Right, that's good enough right there. Yeah, good. And so y'all got the idea, City Officer Nayar has explained it perfectly there. So get y'all guys thinking cap on. That's why if y'all calling all of the troopers, officers, flocking to the men over me. Who else? Young men. So we got young men. What was that? Young man Meach up there. And then we got some more people up in there. And then I know we got a lot of women. Y'all support the class all the time. I know. Who we got? We got Yaila. Yaizara. Who else? What's the other women that participate in that class?
Power
Paraba.
what? I was talking bar rib.
Labaya, Sister Labaya. I mean, a lot of times people at work, and I understand that. I'm not expecting people to get off work. Mezclada. In Spanish, mezclada. Yeah, that's what it means. Naranja. You know, naranja. Naranja jugo. That means orange juice, right?
Right.
I mean, somebody gonna get on me. Somebody that speaks Spanish gonna get on me. I know they are. But anyway, that's the word. Abba means father. And who we talking about? When you say our Father, now you're talking about who?
The Most High.
You're talking about the Most High, Yahweh. Right. Now, when you say your daddy, who are you really talking about? You know, you're talking about, your daddy that took care of, right? One that took care of it, that
Your worldly father.
gave you, one that gave the first bike ride, one that spanked that ass when you needed something, right? For like money, your worldly father. But when you say our Father, who are we really talking about?
Heavenly father.
You're talking about your Heavenly Father, right? Right? Or if you want to say Heavenly Father, you're saying our Father. You could say a word like Shemayim Abba, Abba Shemayim, Abba Shemayim. So our Father. But if you want to say our Father, you say who? We don't have one Father because the Bible says call no man. You only call no man on this earth Father. What it's saying is that no man has a higher name than Yahweh.
Right.
And that means God. That's what it's really saying. Yahweh. We're not going to write on the board. We're going to concentrate on these errors. So how do you correct the error in America, man? By what? We need, as a people, we gotta go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's like I'm about to say by being holy.
That's right. And how do you be holy? As a people, we have to what? Zephaniah 2:1. Now you get it. Yeah, now it's time to bring that Zephaniah 2:1 on out there. I tell you how you gather together. Chop on that food like you doing over there. Have brotherhood, right? Drink this yeah. Am I right?
Right.
Yeah. And so when you gather yourself together, quashash, right? Together. And separate, badal. Right. Or separate means holy. But to actually sever something, to cut them off, badal. Adulka, you should separate them. And when you do that, then Qadash, that means be holy, is what you said. That whole connotation comes is what we need when you say separate, because that's what the word has a meaning for. Qadash means separate. That's what it means.
Right.
But to separate something is to badal it, to cut it. Right. Like, you want to cut this wine with some water, or cut some cutty sark with some water or lemon juice or whatever you drink, right? That's badal, man. Badal sakar. That means cut my strong drink, right? What we got there? This is how we separate yourself from America. In other words, correct the error that we've done. Here's an answer for that. Here's the answer. Go ahead.
Zephaniah 2:1.
Right.
Gather yourselves together. Yeah. Gather together, O nation, not desire.
That's right. Gather yourself together, O nation, desire. Now that you recognize who you are, gather yourself together, man, O nation, not desire, and get yourself into Hebrew class. Get yourself in the Lashawan Qadash class. Get yourself in the Sabbath service class. Come out from those purple shirts and burn the hell out of them.
Right.
Come out from all of these rocks and crevices of the Catholic Church, right, of the AME Church, of the Holiness Church, of the Episcopalian Church, of all these gay churches up in here. Right. And in other words, you'll have a start if you can get out there and learn. But they sit up here and talk about speaking in the tongue. What tongue they speaking in? Oh, we speaking in a holy tongue. No, they speaking in a chicken scratch. What are they speaking? And what lava are they talking about? Lava. What the hell are they talking about? Go ahead.
They speak as
Go ahead.
either gibberish, I don't know. It's like
it's gibberish.
It's like I don't really know where it comes from, but I mean, Haskalabaska.
Haskalabaska. Yeah, that's a favorite. Haskalabaska. But you see, they want to be. You got to understand something. The fallacy, they have been put in front. They have got something put in front of them to watch for. Or to watch for going to church on Sunday. A nation that can't save you. Because this nation gave you them churches. Right. The Catholic Church said, we're going to give you what church you want. It don't matter. Pick one. It's like you go in a car lot, man, and you say, pick a Cadillac. Pick a Volkswagen. Right. Pick a what do you call them? The one that runs with the battery. Tesla. Pick a Tesla. Which color you want? Haskalabaska. Right. It doesn't matter, man. Go in there and pick one, and that's what you think. That's what you think it is. The Most High says, separate from that mess, man. Right. Because that's what America has put in front of you. They put this mess in front of us, and then all of a sudden, you speak their language. Their language is what? What's their language? Their language is I gotta have more. Right. I gotta be the love of money. I got to get in here and go to church so I can say Haskell Bashka, so I can look like the Esau. I can look like this devil, right? Because if I don't look like him, you should have been watching for a nation. They can't say it. Because if I don't look like him, I can't go to work.
Right.
I can't go to work with this kinky hair I got, right? My hair kinky, right? Yeah, look at it. I can't go to work like that. Oh no, let's go to work here like this and see what they legally. Man, you better hit that front door. I gotta look like them. I say go get your own lawnmower, your own truck, cut your own grass, and have your own goddamn job.
Right.
Don't have to sit up here and worry about this Esau. Okay? You don't have to say go to these churches and say Haskell Bashka. Right? So gather yourself. I'm sorry, read that again.
Gather yourselves together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gather together, all nations, not desire.
That's the nation. We're the ones. We've established that we're the ones who the Bible is talking about. We established that in Deuteronomy 7:6. We've established that we're the ones that are the nation not desired up in here. They don't love you. So why are you sitting up here trying to be like them? I don't get it, man.
Right.
You see how women like, if you would look at some of the stuff, you look at some of the cuts of these shorts that these women wearing out here. You look at some of the, oh Lord have mercy. I don't have nothing against a person wearing a wig, the hair going bald and trying to grow it back. Hey, that ain't what I'm talking about, man. But they gotta have yellow wigs. The more it looks like America, the oppressor, the more you want it.
Right.
Okay, because when you go to church, you got to look prissy and clean. And time that was a Sunday, right? Monday, you hit that job, and you Saturday night, hell, that's fine. You stepping out, and you got on a cut dress that's like cut to the Haskell Bashka. I mean, I'm trying to say, these nations out here taught us this mess, man. Taught us how to be what taking our women. This nation taught us how to be, taught us all this error. You think you'd walk down the streets of Jerusalem and then get stoned to death for wearing some of the stuff that these women are wearing? Because you're enticing men. There's going to always be some man that's going to say a Haskell Bashka to you, sis.
Thanks a lot.
Go ahead.
He gonna catch the Holy Ghost.
He gonna catch the Holy Ghost. Yeah. See. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, speaking of that damn Holy Ghost, what possesses a human being to fake something like that? Like, what possesses a human being to get up out their seat and run around the damn church like they a damn fool?
Because we know inherently that we want to be, this is just a suggestion, that we want to be holy, Qadash. So we have to make up something to fit that. We have to make up something to say, I sinned last night with another man. These women, right? I smoked much dope, much reefer, much za. And so I gotta make myself holy. They I gotta wipe off.
Shake off the demon.
Shake them off. The demon ain't gonna shake itself off by going smoking, and then here you are wearing a nice long dress, and you coming out, and then you're in the bar wearing a dress. Shit, you see anything, whatever. And then you got our men out there dogging them out. Speaking their language.
Right.
And see, and then they get back in church, and what does the preacher say? Oh, don't worry about it. Just pay so much money and say Haskell Bashka and you good. Right. Mm-hmm. See, we don't as a people, when we came out of Israel, we don't really understand that right there. And America has got these gay folk, these gay people up in here in America taught us to be gay. Taught our people to want to marry, only have one person.
Right.
Taught our people only to have to no polygamy. No, because then they say that ain't how I act normally. I don't act like that. I normally we were used to having women used to having a man's baby back in the 60s. That's fine. The dad was on the other side of town because he had another family. There was nothing wrong with that.
Right.
People did that all the time. Oh, he's over there and he's mad. What is it? Papa was a Rolling Stone. Papa was doing what the Bible said.
Right.
He was over there wherever he laid his hat was at home because he was sitting over there making money over here. Papa went to work.
Right.
You know, Papa he was over there wanting biscuits over here, and now he wants gravy over here.
Yeah, right.
What's wrong with that? And most of the women say, I said, when I was a little child, the women said, you know, they sitting up there, you never knew that it was any different.
Right.
That's why I used to come over here and say, you know, I got a daddy over here and I got another brother over there.
Right.
Okay. We were used to that. But then when we tried to come together, right, as a people, Martin Luther King gave us a resolution. Now we're gonna come together. When you come together with the people that don't love you, right? Then what I'm talking about, you're trying to come together with America instead of coming together with your own self. When you come to America trying to be like them, now you got to go downtown and get married like them. Right? And to going downtown and get married means what? No more Daddy Cross Town Rolling Stone. Mm-hmm. No more biscuits and gravy on two sides of the street. And over here in this Auburndale and over here in this street over here. Oh no. As a matter of fact, the government get wind of that. We're gonna force you. We're gonna what? We're gonna force you to do what? Force you to be like us. Right. Matter of fact, Section 8 tells a woman that you cannot have another man up in here. Right. You see, these are the things we go to. But what does the Bible tell us to do? Come together. And that's what we've done in ISBK. We are coming together under command of General Yohana. Right. That's how we learn to speak the language that the Most High wants us to speak. How do you know we know the Bible? Because we're sitting up here, Lashawan Qadash class learning. We're going to learn tomorrow even further in the Sabbath service class, right? With the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under command of General Yohana. Right. Well, we teach that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians can have much polygamy.
That's right.
Right? Read.
Gather together. Yeah, gather together, O nation, not desire.
Gather together, O nation, not desire. We ain't desired, man. So the Bible said that's how you correct the error, by gathering together, right?
Right.
Any more on that?
No. That's it.
That's it on that. Good. All right, let's get to this next word over here, because I know people say, A lot of people looking at it for the first time, and they see that we're trying to correct the error. That's what we got to do right here. We're going to correct the error up here on row number 2 right here. Row number 2, right and the left. One of these what word is this we got up here? Nayar? Which one of these words up here? I want y'all to correct the error, right? Here, I think tell me what word that is.
Quazash.
What is it?
Quazash.
Who?
Quazash.
Why are you saying it like that?
Quazasha. Something like that.
Qadash, right? What does Qadash mean?
Oh, it's like Qadash. Like
now,
I'm only thinking that's Azah. So like Qadash. Like
Azah. Okay, now Azah would be like a little bit more slanted,
yeah,
right?
it'd be slanted. So like
right?
A little rusty.
No, that's all right. We're gonna break it. You see, in Hebrew, when you get up there at Sabbath service tomorrow, that's why you. That's a good point. We don't practice Hebrew with guessing. We get down to the point. Right. I have to teach like that because my captains and my generals and my captains won't allow it. They're gonna say, because I get up there and you teach for brothers right here, right? That's one of these words up here is Qadash, right? Is it the left row or the right row? Come on now, we're gonna get audience. This is called, just in case people don't know, wake them up. You're drinking your coffee and your yan and your mayam. Wake up. What we're trying to do is show you that one of these words up here on the second row means as spelling the word Qadash. And what does Qadash mean? Anybody? Go ahead.
Holy.
Qadash means holy, man. And that's what the Most High, the only way you can gather yourself together to become holy is to start thinking like the Most High's people, right?
Right.
Under the Universal School of Practical Knowledge under command of Johnny Hanna on 1 West, right? 145th Street, Harlem, New York. That's the holy. You want to get Qadash. So one of these right here. Come on now. Anybody in the chat? Come on, y'all participate. One of these. See, if I had the women up there, I ain't have no choice. I'm sorry, not choice. It'll be better. I don't mean to say it like that. Let me say that. I don't gotta say it like that. But if I had the women up here, they'll be automatically putting it up there. But the men, I don't know, man. Maybe y'all up there still eating, got your foot on the table, eating a big piece of chicken or whatever. Got your wife fixing food for you. But hey, listen, what we're trying to do, one of these is spelling the word Qadash. Was correcting the error, right? One of them has an error, right?
Right.
Let me know. We give y'all guys a few minutes here. Give them a few minutes, man. Give them a few minutes. One of them have an error. And don't be, who is that? Who got that chat again?
We got Trooper Rockzak.
Rockzak, I know you over there somewhere. And young man Meech. And even Nayar. Y'all can put your ass, type ass in there, Nayar. Do what you're going to do. Come on. Talk to me. Talk to me. One of these words here, it's only one or two, spells the word Qadash. Correct the error. Is it on the right side or the left side? Which one? Tell me. I mean, all you got to do is type it in and say, oh, that's the one on the right, one on the left. I don't know. Row number 2. We're doing row number 2 here. Okay? Talk to me. Tell. Because see, we're trying to correct the errors that's given on the board here, as well as correct the errors that we made all through time, all through history, right?
Right.
We made a bunch of errors, man. Right? Idol worship. Why you think and when we came out of slavery, look at the errors that we made. We're confused, right?
Right.
We're confused because we're fighting with Esau.
Right.
I mean, we're trying to follow Esau. And instead of trying to follow him, what should you be doing? Instead of following Esau, what should you really be doing? Who you should be following? Who should you follow in America? Go ahead.
We definitely supposed to be following the Most High.
The Most High. How do you do that?
Keeping those laws, statutes, and commandments that He gave us.
That's right. And you got to do what? Come out of that wicked Christian church, right? Because that's one of teaching the error.
Right.
Right? Right? So what are we learning from? Is there an organization on this earth? Damn right. The ISUPK.
Right.
Right? Israelite School of Universal Practice. Listen, if you're not following Commander General Yohana, you ain't following the truth, really. You following some guess. You won't know Hebrew. You know, I talk to people all the time, and they have fake shalom. I said, what is shalom? The hell is shalom? Pardon my language. What? And break it out. What is shalom? What is that? What is it? Yeah. What? Go ahead. I'm sorry. I mean, what are you really saying? You don't even know the Hebrew. Why don't you just admit you don't know and learn under the ISBK under this Hebrew chart here? We came up with it. None of anybody. The rest of the camps don't have this. Once we put it out, hell, anybody in the world can pick it up. For that matter, right? Go ahead.
Right, so most of them love to say that we don't need the Lashawan. Like we don't need the Lashawan.
Right.
Most of them think that this is not important. That I don't know why they think that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
If I could, I think I know why they know. I think I know why they think like that.
Go ahead.
They think that the Bible is magic. So they think we're gonna automatically know the language. You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures say that we're gonna speak our own tongue. They don't understand that we have to put in the work before Christ comes. You know what I'm saying? To get these things together, to learn stuff. They think it's just magically gonna happen.
Yeah,
right?
just magic.
Yeah.
And it's like, but you saying that, I would have to say, I gotta say, faith without works is dead.
Damn right.
You can't have faith that when Christ come back, we're gonna already know the Lashawan Qadash, but faith without works is dead.
Damn right.
In other words, how you going to even know the Bible? We get up here and we read the Tanakh.
Right.
How you going to really know what these words mean?
Yeah.
Because you had, I think it was a girl in Captain Tazaria class the other night, all over the damn place.
Yeah.
What Bible was she reading?
He told you about last night.
She was reading that NIV.
Yeah, she said NIV and amplified, and I was like, what?
Night.
And that's exactly why you need to know the Hebrew.
Right.
That's exactly because once I know the Hebrew, I know what to look for. King James wrote this Bible out of the understanding of the fact that he understood Hebrew. He understood Greek. Here's the thing. Here, people. I mean, how even my mother, dad, grab the original.
Right.
If I don't know, just keep going, son, until you can grab the original.
Right.
The original is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge
That's right.
under commanding General Yohanan.
Right.
Why? Because he has pushed this truth all the way to where we got it now. Of course, we had forefathers before then.
Right.
Now you got these people like Nasty Nate. Let's just go ahead and say it.
Right.
And all these purple pigs and all these GOCCs and who else trying to learn this language up in here. And who else? I can't name all of them, man. But they go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
GMS, Sakari.
And GMS, Sakari, the bastards don't even realize they're supposed to be our brothers. They're by blood. They're born children of Israel.
Right.
But they ain't your brothers. Do not use them as your brother because they're not speaking. They ain't my damn brother. They my seeds. They my seed. If you want to look at it that way, they ain't out of my damn seed. But they damn sure ain't my brother because they don't want to sit up here and learn. They can't even get in a Lashawan Qadash class and learn a word that we're learning up on the board here. They can't get in here and follow simplicity of following a brotherhood class, a law class, right? A scriptural breakdown class. You got people, man. They can't follow a Sabbath service class. They can't follow that because they don't understand it. They don't have that. They go out there, and then you even got some of them say, you should be teaching from the street. This is why when you read a word in the Bible, let's stay with this. When you read a word in the Bible, if you don't understand the Hebrew of it or the Greek of it, of course, then you're at a loss. Right? But you want to find out what these words mean. You come and you get in our class and we'll teach you. If I don't know the answer to something, I'm going to get back with you. Right? But the point is, they all learned, their leaders learned something and wanted to be like Esau. So that's why they're all to another point, another era, they're not gathering themselves together. Right. What are they doing?
Scattering abroad.
They're scattering abroad. He refine that. He that is not with me scattereth abroad. That's in the Bible there. Find that. He that is not with me is scattered. I think who said? Christ said that?
I believe so.
Christ said that. You gonna find that. Look that up, man. Google that. You're gonna find that. Find that in the writings there. You see, if you ain't with the Most High in the appointed, authoritative camp right here, school right here, I'm sorry, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under commanding General Yohanan, you don't know the truth.
Right.
You can't know. How can you know the truth when you can't even speak the Hebrew? That's why you got people, they think a U and an O and a shalom got something to do with it.
Right.
They think that's got, you find it for me over there?
Huh.
Read.
I got one more thing.
Hold on.
Think about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
The thing about it is,
Go
you're
ahead.
saying shalom, so you try to say shalom.
Mhm.
Shalom is the English translation of the Hebrew.
Yeah.
Right.
So how do you say we don't need the Hebrew when you're saying shalom? Or you're trying to say
They
shalom?
trying to.
They're trying to say shalom.
That's
Shalom.
English translation.
Like
of
the
Hebrew.
Yiddish.
Who taught you shalom?
Yeah.
The Ashkenazi Jews.
Right.
The Ashkenazi Jews taught them the translation of how to read Hebrew in their writing
Right.
and their understanding. And Hebrews use a U and an O.
Right.
And they're trying, like you said, they're trying to say shalom, but don't understand how to say shalom. Go ahead. What you got in there?
Good. Hebrews 12:30.
Yeah.
He that is not with me
If you ain't with the Most High under the commanding general Yohana and the ISUPK, read.
is against me.
Is what?
Is against me.
Is what?
Against me.
The Bible says if you ain't with me, what is IUC?
Against me.
What is the purple people?
Against
What
me.
is GMS?
Against
What
me.
is what is GOCC?
Against me.
Against. I can't even name the rest of them.
Right.
I ain't gonna even try. You get too many of them. What is a fake Israelite group? What is a fake Israelite group?
Against me.
Read.
And he that gathereth not with me,
Right.
scattereth abroad.
If they don't gather what?
Gathereth not with me.
What the Bible says?
Gathereth not with me.
And that's right.
No.
Come together, O nation not desired. So gather, right?
Right.
Read. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He that gathereth not with me,
That's right.
scattereth abroad.
Scattereth abroad, right?
Right.
They scattereth abroad. In other words, that's what they're doing. They're going out like that, trying to find some Hebrew. What do you got in there in that text over there? I mean, in the chat right there. Now you're.
I said on the right side.
Come and find it for me. Find that answer for me. See if you're so bold to do that. All right, tell people what you're doing. Line number 2.
So line number 2,
Right.
I say it's not line number 2 because this right here is
It's not line number 2. You mean it's not left side, right?
like
Go ahead.
it's not the left side because this is that is a quad. So that's
a top.
I mean a top. So like that is a top. And,
So what? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And so and then this right here is a za, and then this right here is a shah.
So what does that word say?
That would say
Tazash.
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 And we trying to get Qadash. So on the right side,
You see, right there. Just like that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and then on the right side, this is right here is a quad in the
There you
in
go.
the Syrian Hebrew.
It's over there. Right there. Huh?
And then this right here is a da.
Yeah. Da. Okay.
This right here is a da in the Syrian Hebrew.
Right.
Right here, that's how you get the da right there, but it don't have.
I
the
misspelled that. Put an A in there. Here. I mean, I do stuff like this sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm liable to do that, man. I'm sorry. Qadash. My own English. See how imperfect English is?
Right.
Go ahead.
Alright,
Finish.
So, this one is a da, and that's how you get the da, D-A right there.
Right.
And then the sha, this at the end, it don't get the S-H-A because if it will be Qadasha, and we don't want that there.
I don't want to say Qadash.
We don't want to say that there.
So how do you say it then?
So it's Qadash.
Qadash. Can you write that word in ancient Hebrew? I mean, because we have the Assyrian. Just write it right next to it there. We'll erase it there. write Qadash there. So people, what does Qadash mean? It means holy, that right? That means after you have separated yourself from these heathens right here, then you need, what are you trying to ascertain? We're trying to get to Qadash, right?
Right.
We're trying to get to what Qadash really is. Now, the Yard are going to write the word in ancient Hebrew, right?
Right.
Some people used to say it's the old Paleo, right? Yeah, go ahead and don't forget the Hebrew what? Connectors, explain that when you get there. Yeah, there you go. Put top on it. We're limited here. Explain what you just did.
So this first character is a qua, and this qua gets its own sound because it has an independent connector.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you just get the qua sound,
Mm-hmm.
and then the da depends on the sha. So that's how you get the dash sound. So this da, that's how you get dash.
Clap it up for that brother right there. Damn right. That's what I'm talking about. That's teaching there, bro. You didn't finish your whole Qadash, right? So you saying, we know Qadash, here, point, both of them Qadash, right?
So this right here is the ancient
Mm-hmm.
the ancient Hebrew.
Ancient original, right? What else?
And then this is just spelled Qadash in the Syrian Hebrew.
So this right side right here is actually is the correct column, right? So it is correct, right? So Qadash, right?
Right.
So go ahead. Yeah, you can erase it now. So we did it in Assyrian. A lot of people said sometimes, like, you don't do enough Assyrian. Well, we're doing it all night long here, pretty much. That's the first time we translated an ancient, didn't it? So Qadash, man, that means it means separate, right?
Right.
It means holy. The word badal, separate yourself from these heathens up in here.
Right.
Badalka, you separate. That's what it means. Badalka or Qadash. It has a connotation to say, well, how do I separate? Become holy.
Right.
That's what we're really saying, right? The Most High is a genius, man. He wrote our language here. See, all other languages really came from Hebrew, man. It's the first from our forefathers Hebrew, right?
Right.
So it's the first language on this earth, because the Tower of Babel certainly had all of us speaking that, and then Most High said, look, he looking at these pitiful people down here. Said, look at these people. Look at these fools down here. Yeah. I can't have my people be amongst them. So let's separate. Let's give them some German. Let's give them some French. Let's give them some Spanish. Let's give them some what else? Now, y'all, like Bulgarian and some Ashkenazis. Right? Is people still okay? Anyway. You understand, right? That makes sense. So what's our next word up here? What time we got there? What's our next word?
Yeah.
We got another word up here.
You know.
No. You're right. That word is what'd you call it?
You know.
What the hell is that? Anyway, is it that one or that one? I mean, let people guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're on line 3, right? So is it this one or that one? And what does that mean? Let's see. What word are we actually looking for? The word Yawam means what? Anybody? Come on now, y'all. Y'all scholars.
I'm not sure about that, though.
Huh? You got it. Come on. Yeah. You
We
remember?
talked about this recently.
We did talk about it at some point in life.
Yeah,
What does Yawam? Call Yawam. Remember? Call Yawam.
I know
Call
I
is
got it.
all.
Right.
And so what is all what? Call Yawam. What is call? You said, I think we said it in the Lord's Prayer, right? Rabanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodesh Haya, Shamka, Yahweh Malachukat, Daba, Fatazaya, Haya, Bashemayim, Dananawa, the come, right?
Right.
Call Yawam. Give us this day our daily bread.
Forgive us.
No, I'm sorry. Get the Lord's Prayer. That's about
Our
halfway.
Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Right.
And thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever.
Yeah. And in other words, something about gives our daily bread all day. But that's what the word Yawam means. Day.
Oh, it means day.
Okay? It means day, yeah. That's what I thought. So when you say call Yawam, you're saying all day. Call, K-A-L, is A-L-L. Right? Okay, call. So one of these words up here means Yawam. Anybody would guess up there in the chat? I know I got my chat up here tonight. I tell you, I don't know. I don't know about them tonight. But what does that mean? What is that? Which one is it in column left or right? Right? Which one? Look up that lowest. Let me try to see. Yo, take the time. Let me know when you got somebody up there, even if you have to write it in there. Now you are. We're looking for which one these. We're on line 3, right?
Mm.
We want to know Yawam. Which one of these spellings here is correct? We got to correct the error, right? There's an error up there, right? Come on, y'all. I know y'all know. I'm throwing it out there. Come on, somebody tell me. Please. Baba Kwasha. Right? We'll give him a few more times, ticks, right? Then we'll have there it is right there. It says like Abanawa Shabbat Shemayim Kodesh Hayashim Ka Yahweh Alafaka Baba'a, right? Ratazaya, your will, Haya Asha done by Ratazah on earth, Kawa'a, how Haya be by Shemayim in heaven, Nathanana will give us our bread, Lakam, all day. And that's what this is saying, all day. One of these is saying day, okay? When you say call, KL, give us as our bread, call you one. Wasalaki now, Kawaki now, Kawaki now, Wala'a, Tabaya now, Banasaya one. This is what we're saying, right? So anybody? Somebody put it in there, or you got one in there?
I got one in there.
That's fine. That's no problem. I don't know why. I mean, you see, this is when you need the sisters in class, right? Because our brothers are sitting back here. I don't know, they're taking it easy tonight, I guess. We'll have people tomorrow because a lot of people there in class, they don't necessarily participate. And y'all share the class, like and share the class, and people at home. You got a lot of people out there. Some people like to share the class, some people don't. We'll just have a class unto ourselves, man. And it'll get shared out all the way from, like Young Man Meach, all the way from California, all the way to Maine, to Alaska, all the way to the Bahamas. Right. It's getting shared. All you got to do is just go grab this channel here, right? So what we're trying to do is teach that we have to separate it from this heathen here, man. We have to correct the errors that we've done in the past, right? When we say there's error on this board here, and that's all we're trying to do, just teach a nice lesson where we can teach people how to correct things, and you can learn Hebrew at the same time. But the main way you can correct stuff to stop going to this Christian church, stop wearing these white shoes, pink and yellow shoes and lime green shoes with lampshaded hats and going up in the church. I'm just being facetious here, but you know what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with those colors, but my God, if you can wear those colors up in church, get an HBK. women, you can wear what you want to wear, as long as it's covering up your body,
Right.
right? And please don't give me no lampshade hat. And Lord, don't let no man come in here with no, good Lord, I see. Jeez. We'll correct. You get up in the ISBK, you want to learn, we'll knock off whatever demon. You're going to knock it off yourself because you ain't going to want to be with us.
Right.
You ain't gonna, am I right? You ain't going to want to be up in here with us, man.
Right.
You a lot of these like boys and men and all this, you ain't going to want to be up here trying to learn no Hebrew with us as if you ain't straight.
Right.
Get that bull crap out of here. Shoot, nah. You're going to have to be straight up in here because Akshapar, you got Nayar, you got who else? We got Kazamar over here. We're going to see to it. We make men up in here.
Right.
That's what I understand. The men up in here, we're men, right? And we have our women up in here. So we have much polygamy. So don't come up in here if you're thinking that, oh, you got to marry me with one piece of paper. Listen, I'm there are men up here that only want one wife. You don't even have to have a wife. You don't even have to have 3 wives.
Right.
You can have 1 wife.
Right.
That's what you want. That's fine. You can have 0 wives. Paul did. That's all I'm trying to say to you. But please leave it up to the man to see how many women that he wants. Right?
Right.
Leave it up to him to see how many women that he gonna need for himself, man. But anyway, get away from Esau and all the way he thinks. Because the way he thinks is evil, man. He's not leaving us anything.
Right.
He's leading us to a path of destruction. The Bible says separate from here. Zephaniah 2:1 said that, right? You still at that text right there? Gather yourself. We got to gather ourselves together to, O nation not desire, right?
Right.
When they separate from these people, go ahead.
Zephaniah 2:1. Right. Gather yourselves together.
Right.
Yeah. Gather together, O nation not desire.
Yes, O nation not desire. It's a text that's showing who Israel is.
Right.
To gather yourself together, man, so you'll know who you are. See, if you don't know who you are, you won't know that you don't know if you're the era go around. You'll be wondering why you're saying Shalom.
Right.
You'll be wondering why the people are walking into a Catholic church or a CME church or AME church. You'll wonder why am I doing this?
Right.
And in the past, you won't be trying to buy him no more Cadillacs anymore, right? You won't be trying to say, oh, he's speaking in a holy tongue. Like they said in Corinthians. Oh, listen, get off that holy tongue crap and get in the Israelite school of UPK. Get off of that mess, man, and find out what the real tongue you should be speaking. Of course, we speak our language in English right here. Of course we speak that. But what's the real? Y'all liking to share the class?
Right.
Correct the error. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's right, brother. We're gonna correct this error. We ain't gonna be up here straying away all the time trying to figure out woe is me. I'm telling you right now. Get in the ISBK, learn your Lashawan Qadash.
Right.
Learn the teachings of the ISBK under the auspices of the Bible. Okay? Under command of Julian Hana. You can't have 4 or 5 leaders on this earth. When Moses was out there in the wilderness, how many leaders they have, bro? Yeah. But how many should they have? 1, right?
Right.
That's Moses, right? But now you should be out there. But see, our people are just so lazy-minded to we're hard-headed and stiff-necked people. Don't want to learn. It ain't no different from then till now. So what do we got over there? Who we got in the chat there? What you got?
I put the left side.
The left side? For Yawam?
Oh, God.
Want me to explain it?
Come. Well, actually, we still got an error on that one though, because
I threw that one in on you, didn't you? You come on up here and explain that, bro. Come on up here and explain that. Like my grandma used to say, explain it. Explain that, bro. My uncles used to say, explain that. SPLAIN, explain it. All right, you right here, right? All right. We're on line 3. Is it left or right? Which one means Yawam? Which means what? Day. Means day. Talk to me.
All right, so of course it's not the right side.
I don't know. Teach me. Go ahead.
Yanam.
Yanam. That's an N. Yanam. Yanam. I don't know the word. Yanam. That may be a word, but it ain't damn sure ain't Yawam. All right, because we're looking for Yawam, right? All right, go ahead.
All right, so this Yah is in the Syrian Hebrew. This right here.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the Yah, and then this
That little bird-looking flying thing right there. Now, if y'all looking in, y'all understand. This is how this. Once like this officer, he was once a trooper, a young man, right? Right. And then all you Kazimar, all y'all, all y'all, even me at some point, a few years back. But see, I don't stop learning Hebrew because I know how important it is, right? So this little bird thing here, it means Yah. But he caught an error. He caught a double error. So when he said, Kazakh Shapar trying to throw us a curve up in here. Show me that curve.
So this next one is a Wah.
That's a Wah, right? All right.
A Wah right here.
That's the Wah. And what language are we in, first of all?
It's Assyrian Hebrew.
Assyrian Hebrew. That second line. I started off and I prefaced in class, right? I prefaced in class. I'm trying to use big words, right? I prefaced in class that we're only going to use the second line right there because that's the Assyrian language. And then we did use one of the ancient languages. Go ahead. Talk to me.
All right, so the error comes in at this.
Why?
It is correct. It does say Yawam.
Because you know what it means. Because you ain't no trooper no more. You ain't no young man no more. You thought you'd never get to this point, did you? But this brother right here is supposed. See, let's clap it up. See, he's perfecting what I wanted. He's perfecting this language right here. He's learning the Hebrew. He caught the error. He understands it. He understands that, it looks right. Oh, let's explain it.
So
Explain it.
We have 5 ending characters.
All right.
That is Ka, Ma, Na, Pa, and Tazak. And one of the, so, like I was saying, it is correct, but this is supposed to look like an ending character. So the ending character would look like it's still like a house.
Okay, what I want you to do is show people.
Okay.
Show people. Matter of fact, just write it over here to the side first.
All right, so the correct
Right
way,
to the side.
the correct way would be
Right. There you go. Just shorten it a little bit. No problem. You gotta start all over. Uh-huh. Yeah.
that
So
would be
this one, right?
compound.
Why not that one again?
Because this one would be at the beginning of a word.
Or the middle?
Yeah, or in the middle.
Definitely not the end.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Definitely not. So go ahead and erase that and correct it. Let's clap it up for this brother right here. This brother right here is teacher level. He's getting to the point, right? And that's what we want, man. We want people to understand how to do this. Yard get to the point. Kazimar get to the point. Well, prove themselves, man. Dr. Shapar likes to see. And then okay. See, he said now the word saying Yawam. Right? Over here it says Yanam. And that we had Yawam over here, but we didn't have the ending character.
Right.
And that's what I wanted him to catch. That's the error. That's the same error. That's why I say it almost is the same error. It's almost the same error, Nayar, is we sitting up here trying to regard a nation that cannot save us.
Right.
That's error. Trying to learn how to vote. Trying to learn how to go to church. Trying to learn how to do what else? What else? Trying to learn how to climb the stripper pole. These are errors.
Right.
Trying to learn how to cut up these damn shorts that don't even make sense, man. Got our people all messed up. Trying to learn how to wear yellow hair, white hair, blue hair. What the hell's wrong with our people, man? What color hair you got on your head? Black? Then wear the hell out of it, right? I'm just talking, okay? And then nails, that's fine, you know. But if you want to, I ain't gonna get on here. If you want to color your hair a certain color, but understand that your hair is black, then wear that. Be proud. What James Brown say? Say it loud. I'm black and I'm what? Where your like Nayar got on what you got on today? Afro type hair. I got on my come on, Cars. Let me show you. Even Cars got on his. He don't want us to look on. He don't want to get on camera. Come on over here. See, even Cars and Mark. We look like the black tribe of Judah, Yahweh. We look like the tribe of Yahweh that the Most High made us, right? We ain't sitting up here guessing. We're not sitting up here guessing what we should be. We know what we are. We're just looking like the most. This is how. Let's stop. This is how you looked back in the days. People had on garments and clothes, because we're all in black today. But we had our Dawadas. This brother right here got on his armbands, man. Dawada, brother over here. I'll put you over to Dawada. But he got on his arm, he got on his headbands. We're looking like people of the book. We ain't trying to come into work and look like no damn white man. As simple as that. I know y'all don't get me for that, right? But we looking like the Most High want us to look. That's all I'm trying to say to you, right? And then we ain't gonna even finish the rest of that here. But somebody go get the who wants to read that?
I will.
Go ahead.
Wow.
Whatever. Whoever, don't matter who. Come on up here and read that. Well, we're gonna close class out. You think we got time to finish this? Do we?
Yep. We can run.
Okay, you want to? All right. We're gonna see what your sixth step is.
So let me see.
Finish that then.
All right. So
That word up there is Shemayim.
all right. So Shemayim.
Shamayim. Spell Shemayim right there. And we see people up there. I don't know, cause just check to see who's doing that. Shamayim. Pick out which column. Is it left or right? This is number 4 here. Left or right? Shamayim. M-A-Y-A-M. There you go. That's it. That's all right. You're good. Shemayim. What is Shemayim? What does it mean? What does Shemayim mean? Anybody? What does Mayam mean? What does Mayam mean?
Oh, it's light. Mayim means water, don't it?
Okay, so what is the Shemayims? Huh? Precipitation or the heavens? When God separated the Shemayims, that's where you get the word water from. See, by knowing the Hebrew, you know now when you read the Bible, the Shemayims. It teaches you actually what's in the Bible. The Shemayims are the heavens. And the Lord said, go ahead.
Like you say in the Lord's Prayer, as it is in heaven.
That's right, as in heaven.
Shemayim.
Like Shemayim, right, exactly. Shemayims are the waters. Okay, go ahead. Which one?
Right.
Oh, go ahead, Cos. Tell me which one.
It's like
Which one of these?
the right. Shemayim.
Both of them are correct, but it's an error.
Oh, you took.
Where's the error?
Oh, you're looking for the error. Oh,
No, both of them are correct. Just one got only both are wrong, or there is an error there.
Yeah,
Where's the error?
the error is right here.
Okay, now explain what the truth there.
All right, so
Anybody in the chat over there?
the truth of this one is that it both say Shemayim, but like I explained with this one, that the ma only comes at the beginning or in the middle of a word.
Mm-hmm.
It only looks like this at the end of a word. So that's how you get Shemayim. So this one is wrong because it doesn't have this correct one.
In other words, that only occurs where?
At the end of the word.
So therefore, we got it wrong, right? Okay. So put a line through that. The correct one is what? The correct one is
be the right side.
Shamayim, just like we should have put a line up here, just like this one up here. But Shamayim, which means heaven. All right, let's go ahead and do the next one.
The next one.
Anybody guessing up there?
Not allowed.
Everybody done got the yayan, ain't they?
Is the next one Chicago? The next one is Chicago.
Mm-hmm. I think you're right. Go ahead, write it down. You got the authoritative understanding of Hebrew to write down what words you see. Because there's an error up there. Y'all enjoyed class tonight, right?
God.
And that's what we're after, man. We're trying to see that you know the difference in this chart right here.
Right.
What does Shamka mean?
I think I know.
Anybody?
Hold on, I do know. I know it. Oh man, I know it.
I think what is Ma'ah? I think. Or is that why?
Oh, that's on the top of my head.
Ma'ah Shamka. I think that's it. In other words, I'm saying, what is your name?
That's what it means.
You don't see Ma'ah, but you see Shamka. Sham is name, and Ka is your. It's a possessive adjective. Underline Ka. We'll learn. Ka. Ka means Ka is a possessive adjective for your.
Right.
It's saying you. So it's your name. So when I said that, I said, what is your name? So it's saying your name.
Right.
I just made an interrogative or a question out of it. It's saying your name. So Sham means name.
Right.
Ka is a possessive adjective to go after that to say, oh, your name.
Right.
Like if I say our name, Sham Nawa. Right?
Right.
So you got it?
Right. Oh my God.
So which one it is a Sham Ka?
It'll be the right side. I say the right side because of course we gotta go
Why?
back to the
Why is it the right side?
because you gotta go back to the ending characters.
There you go. Because it's not an ending character here. That is. So this will make this correct. Sha ma ka. So write that. The last thing you'll do today, write it in ancient. So the one here is correct, right? This says Shamka, but it don't look right. So therefore, it's hard to read the Hebrew in this series. Just trying to throw a wrench at you. Go ahead. No, you're right. Just trying to give you some room there for that. Shamka. Okay, good. Just sort of clap it up a little bit. Okay, so you understand Shamka. That's the ending character for Shamka, which means name. Abba, Father, Qadash, holy, Yawam, day, Shemayim.
Right.
Heavens.
Right.
Shamka, your name. Or name. Got it? So let's clap it up for class, guys. Come on. Let's read those announcements.
It's the ISUPK security announcements.
Right.
We are the ISUPK, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. And a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves, of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister.
There's another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to speak to us. Like the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi 3, 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ash. 10% of every penny of every increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for a priest, not mandatory. Howsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation. That will be the memorial blowing of the trumpets. That's the first day of the 7th month, Friday the 15th, September 2023. We can find this in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. In Mine Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf.
And I believe that Memorial Day of Trumpets blowing is actually the 3rd. We'll start to correct that. I believe Captain Osh has said that it's probably an error. It's probably an error right there, but we'll get that corrected a little bit. Come on up. Let's salute out the class, okay? I'll get more correction on that from the higher ups, right? All right, let's break this down. Let's close this class up. So salute the brothers and the sisters. Go ahead.
Okay. Men of Israel, Amad Shabbat, Amadim, Barak,
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yajabatah. Sorry, turn the face to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak,
Yahweh Shem Yahshua
Yajabatah. Class dismissed.